Well, hello, hello, hello to all you wisdom walkers out there. You have been wisdom walkingers. You want to be wisdom walkingers. You're going to be wisdom walkingers. This is Jojopah Maria and Saroma. Um, yes, yes, yes. It's been a minute. I actually had to take off the month of April to tend to myself. I had gotten so out of bounds with taking care of my health and my wellness in unconscious ways. And so, with the good help of my blood pressure and wonderful, wonderful friends and guides, I was able to realize I needed to stop doing what I was doing and take the month of April to get myself into a daily wellness routine so that I could be here with you right now doing something I love to do, which is talking about the astrology. I tell you, this month, and everything that I'm clear now. Everything that I've been going through is so related to what's happening in the astrology with the astrology. It's no joke, right? Yeah, that this is just how it happens. So I'm just like, yeah, yeah, okay, okay, I get it. So I can't tell you how many papers I have here, how many videos I've watched, how much information I have to share with you. But first, I'm gonna take a moment and just show uh, some acknowledgments that are coming in. Hey, Lori, thank you for being here and watching. So wonderful. Up there's Miss Nika, one of the nature twins. How you doing, sister? How's Milwaukee treating ya? uh, so yeah, this month it's been a lot. And I find that because it also was a very holy month, we had the Christian celebration of Easter, um, Passover for the Jewish faith, and of course, Ramadan for those who practice Islam. And today, in fact, is next to the last day of Ramadan. One of my friends who's Muslim said that this was one of the best Ramadans that she's ever had in her life. Yeah, she's in Turkey, so it's Ilknur. And yeah, so it's been that kind of a time where it's about take a pause, take a break, go in, go in, go in. Um, for me, I didn't expect that I would need to be having to go in the way that I did, but I'm so, so glad I did. So let me just dive right in here to give you some of these astrological insights. First of all, I want to acknowledge that we are in Taurus season right now. And Taurus season is, one of those seasons that we start to have hope. Right? Hope comes back because we're moving through spring and now some flowers are real. They're popping up. We are getting some warmer temperatures, even though they may not hold for the day or for the week, but at least that's the promise of things growing, developing, moving forward, blooming. We're in that phase, and so I'm always very happy when Taurus season shows up, as I'm sure you are as well. So shout out to all the Taurus people. My brother, his birthday is tomorrow. So Ralph, if you're watching this, happy birthday to you and to everyone else who is Taurus. Yeah. So for tonight, I'm going to talk to you about the last 4 days, yeah, of this month because they're so powerful. I mean, the whole month was powerful. There was stuff I wish I had had the energy to talk with you about earlier in the month, like the stuff with Pisces and Jupiter and Neptune and us, but there's still that going on. So we will have a little bit of that. But it's just been a really, really powerful astrological month. Lots of planetary stuff going on. And so I want to start off talking about on the 27th, we had Mercury in Taurus sextiling Jupiter in Pisces. What does that mean? Mercury is one of our personal planets having to do with communication, understanding. And as it says here, Any mental stressors from a few days ago subside as the sextile infers idealistic, futuristic thinking. But be mindful that Jupiter's expansive qualities do not blow things out of proportion. But anyway, so on Wednesday, you may have been experiencing that. I know I did, like the flow coming back, like, feeling a communication or having some communications come in that were really, very, very loving, very hopeful. Again, feeling maybe a little more relaxed. That was really, really some nice energy. Sextile again is always of good flow energy that comes to us. And then also on this day, we had that conjunction with Venus in Neptune in Pisces. So Venus and Neptune coming together, as it says, Neptune radiates with Venus, creating a higher octave of effortless love and beauty. Hopeless romanticism glows compassionately. Fantasies of the perfect relationship and aesthetic are at the forefront of everyone's dreams. And I have a friend who I had mentioned to her about Bridgerton because she liked another Shonda Rhimes soap opera. And I said, "Well, have you seen Bridgerton?" "No, I haven't seen it yet." So she kind of watched part of the first one, I think. I don't think she got all the way through the first episode of season one. And she was like, "Huh." And then she went back into it. And so by this day, she was just like, "I am hooked. I'm going to watch it again." So it's that kind of a energetic that is going on, that's happening for us, and it's because of this interplay between the all three, and Jupiter's in the mix too, as you'll see, but all of these planets in the sign of Pisces. I'm Pisces, so that's why I'm really crazy, sensitive, just crazy right now. It's a lot, but it's good. It's doing its work. Let me say that. Pisces having all of these planets, all these big planets, it's doing its work. So now we jump to Thursday, and on the 28th, we got a trine between Mercury, which is in Taurus right now, and Pluto, who's remaining in Capricorn and will be for, I think it's another a year and a half or 2 years. And as it says here, Pluto can turn mental Mercury inside out, causing the collective to thoroughly examine each idea, belief, and conversation with a magnifying glass. Unexpected truths may come to light through Freudian slips, while the mind gawks during intense revelations. Yes, yes, yes. And yeah, it's I can attest to that too in terms of my experience. Again, Mercury being that personal sign for communication, when it's in Taurus, it does have to do with, these things that are essential to our security, our home, our footing, our foundation. And we are going through that period where we are really questioning, and our bodies, like how am I being with myself? Pluto brings that energy of going into the underworld, right? Looking at looking for, searching out the shadow aspects that could be there. And Capricorn again aligns with Taurus in terms of it being about structure and, foundations, institutions, the way we do things. So this is a really interesting energy that also showed up on this day. Yeah. So again, just it's a trine. So again, it is a flow energy, but just more. I see this as more of an awakening or growing our capacity to look at the shadow side, and not in a way to be judgmental or hypocritical, but really so that it can be brought out and we can address it. We can deal with it. Yeah, like let's not keep it hidden. Let it come to light. Yeah. Really cool stuff. Now, we jump to yesterday, Friday the 29th, and on the 29th, we had first of all that same Pluto going into its annual retrograde, and it's still in the sign of Capricorn, of course. and it'll be in retrograde from the 29th until October the 8th. Now, and I found a really cool article. I'll leave the link for you in the description to this video when it becomes a video on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, Wisdom Walk to Self Mastery. Um, and This is a really great article, and I'm just trying to see the first page so I can tell you what the name of it is. It says Pluto's 5-month retrograde in Capricorn is like the cosmic version of broccoli before dessert. And it's by Natalie Arroyo Camacho. And she says, because Pluto is a generational planet, meaning that it's located further out from the Earth than other planets and has impacts on a large group of people rather than just a few. This planet's retrograde is likely to have a collective impact rather than an individual one, meaning many folks are likely to experience its energy in similar ways. Yes, yes, yes. So it's a really powerful shift this year, especially. There's also this thing going on with the United States of America experiencing its Pluto return. I haven't done a video about that yet, but I will do that, pull some information together for you about it and some interpretations because that's pretty deep. And again, when Pluto comes around, again, it's back to let's uncover the shadow. Let's look at what's really going on that is doing what? Blocking us from being the best version of ourselves. So, along with what I just read you from Miss Camacho's article, she also goes into 3 tips to thrive during this Pluto retrograde. And she asks some really cool questions. One of them is, what do I need to be truly sovereign, to be a truly sovereign being? And that's why I talk about personal sovereignty as being the fruit of self mastery. She says, do I need to change my patterns? Do I need to quit my job? Do I need to tell others to stop projecting their life goals onto me? Yeah, really cool stuff. So again, it's a good opportunity between now and October to do some of this inner work of clearing out, cleaning out from what may be holding us back from really experiencing our fulfillment, having more of what we say we want in life. And my big theme this year is about becoming the best version of ourselves, learning that. So it's a good aspect that will help us with that. And then also on this same day of yesterday, Friday, we had Mercury entering Gemini. Yeah. And as it says here, when Mercury is in Gemini, we can see things for what they are without bias or misjudgment and sees opportunities better. Our mind becomes more agile, more communication, more fluent, our communication more fluent, and our conversations more enjoyable. The inquisitive energy of Mercury and Gemini inspires the student in all of us so that we can absorb as much information as possible. The movie Matrix Resurrection, which I don't think a lot of the fan base got because they were expecting, what they had experienced before. But to me, the resurrection brings such great, great teachings and reminders about the power that we have within and how we get to that. And one of the great lines in the movie I love is um, when Neo is pulled out of the matrix for the next time and he's coming back into himself, he says, I don't know, and I don't know how to know. And basically, that is the deep surrendering that we all need to be doing in the times we're living in, because there's so much going on that just is so unconscionable. Like, so we can't wrap our hands around it or understand it enough. Um, and so, what this aspect is also saying to us is stay in the not knowing and open up to learn. Yeah. Your mind is ready. Communication is going to be more fluent, and it's communication of opening up to learn what right now we can't know, but we can find out. So, Mercury and Gemini. Good, good, good stuff. And now, drum roll, brrrr, for today, last but not least, these important aspects. And the first is that today we have this new moon in Taurus, but it's also the experience of a partial solar eclipse. Yes, in the sign of Taurus. And at the same time, we're getting this lineup, this triple conjunction with Venus, Neptune, Jupiter, all in Pisces. Now, let me tell you a little bit about this eclipse from some of the information I have here. Um, it says that new moons begin a new 6 month cycle fueled with a partial solar eclipse in Taurus at play. Themes of money, security, comfort, value, beauty, and stability will be notably, if unexpectedly, impacted. Yeah, yeah. It says eclipses are the way the universe brings change into our lives. This year, this is especially true with Uranus also being part of the story because this eclipse is conjunct Uranus at the same time that it's happening. Excuse me, let me get some water. Just talking about that kind of change, right? Dried my throat out. But it's so important. It says here, and think about that. The day before we get the Pluto energy going retrograde, which brings in this time of having to rethink, review, and revise, especially our Capricorn ideals, the things, the way in which we've been thinking about, status and authority, and even karma, even timing and legacy, our careers, our purpose in life. All of that is being disrupted and brought up for review. So this eclipse is bringing this energy that is really helping us be able to really say, maybe I need to let that go. Maybe I need to stop doing that and start doing this. Yeah. So, as I was working with somebody today, I said to them, with this new moon, it's always a time to set an intention, but also set a prayer. Use this time instead of thinking you've got to have everything figured out and have your plan, but use this time to set an intention and a prayer for what it is that you are wanting to come into your life over these next 6 months. How do you want to be with yourself? How do you want to be with your family? How do you want to be with your friends? How do you want to be with the work you're doing? How do you want to experience yourself? Do you want to experience yourself happier? Do you want to experience yourself lighter, lighter in heart? This is a wonderful, wonderful opportunity to do that, to set that intention and say those prayers. Now, one of my favorite astrologers, Astrobutterfly, she did, and I also have this link for you in the description of the video. She did a specific writing on the new moon and the solar eclipse that she calls "What If." And she says the new moon comes with an important message. What if? What if a life of happiness is truly possible? What if we can live up to our potential? The new moon may not give you the recipe to a happy life just yet, but things will certainly begin to shift. Your perspective will change. You will start seeing things in a different light, a more beautiful light. The new moon and solar eclipse in Taurus may not bring you the Princess Charming, or it may not help you climb Kilimanjaro, but it will bring something way more important, a deep understanding of what truly makes you happy, what kind of person you want to be, and what kind of life you want to live going forward. Yes, 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 yes. Just beautiful. Beautiful. So, along with this promising, inspiring energy, we also have Venus conjunct Neptune in Pisces. Now, with this triple conjunction also happening at the same time, it's hard to feel anything but fanciful, whimsical, and amorous. The energy is perfect for showing your love. Express how much you care about others through art, poetry, music, and more. As your heart overflows with a fondness for others, you will feel abundant in love. Yes. So, in other words, give it out so that you can receive it back. Yes. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. And just a little quick shout out that I will be doing back to live broadcast through Black Hole Radio tomorrow. It's at 5 p.m. Pacific time. And I'll be talking about creating your eye in the storm. Letting go, letting in is part one. And to get the details of that, to get the link to that live broadcast, go to my Facebook page, Wisdom Walk Radio, or my Facebook group, Wisdom Walk Community, where I have posted that information. And I will be doing a video of it. So if you can't make the live broadcast, just know that a video will definitely be on the way. Yes. Okay, there you have it. You know, these times are really hard. We are seeing pictures every day of the destruction and the suffering of the people of Ukraine. And we're also still very aware of climate change. We're also still very aware of how the pandemic of COVID is not gone, even though it may be slowing down a bit in certain countries. In other places within a country, it's still a big problem. So we're still under that. It's still very stressful to think about how to move about. Should I do this? Should I fly on a plane? Should I go here? What should I do? um, and just the other impacts of living since 2020 with this pandemic. There's a lot of mental health challenge out there. There's a lot of frustration for people, anxiety. So it's really hard to believe, that these planetary aspects can do something for us. But they can. It is about choosing. That's what I'm going to be talking about in my broadcast tomorrow. Choosing to carve out your safe space, your focus on your future. What do you want for the future? Because none of us has the power of a greater order and direction when it comes to these things that are going on. We can't stop them, but we can choose how we're responding to them. And if we're in a position to take care of ourselves, we need to do that and be in gratitude. So, I hope that this information was helpful to you. I have a Facebook user here. It might be my cousin Karen. I don't know. But hi, thank you so much for checking in and for the beautiful compliment. I really appreciate that because you should have seen me at the beginning of April. It wasn't beautiful. It was not beautiful at all. But thanks to my greater order and direction, I became obedient and I am doing routines that are helping me stay in balance. Like when I finish this, I'm going to go get on my couch and just let my body rest. I've learned the importance of doing that. So, thank you for listening in. I will be back with astrology for the full moon that will be coming up in May. If there is an aspect that I think is important to you, I will definitely share that. Definitely will pull together something about the Pluto return for the United States. And if there's something that you would like me to talk about or respond to as it relates to astrology, because I know a real astrologer who can give you information, please put that in the comments below this video and I'll get back to you. Have a beautiful rest of this end of April with this new moon, partial solar eclipse, and all of that good energy that Pisces is given to Venus, Neptune, and Jupiter. And I'll see you again very soon. Oh, you're so welcome, Lori. Thank you. Thank you. Goodbye, everyone.